Hi guys, my name is Anna Anders, humbly here at forglobalpeace.com. I wanted to share something with you today, humbly here. I'm trying to do some paperwork here at home today, and going through my paperwork, I came across my photo album for my 2006 visit to New York City. So I left out of Flagstaff, Arizona, headed home to Ohio, and then on to New York for it was the 2006 9/11 memorial of when I was at Ground Zero. So thank you for tuning in and sharing this this journey through my photo album with me here today at home. Today is is today the 8th, Xana? I think it's April 8th or 9th, 2015. Okay, April 9th, 2015. Thank you, Xana. So anyhow, and this is my photo album of my trip of when I went to New York. So, and I want to share this with you because in all honesty, this trip began, actually, before I came to Flagstaff, Arizona, this trip began with me sacrificing my life as a mommy to three wonderful children, three beautiful children of my own. And I came out west in May of 97. When I came out west in May of 97, this lady was on the front cover of the Arizona Highway magazines, and her name is Susanna DeNette, and she was the head matriarch of the Hopi Butterfly Clan, okay? And what I want to say, just in terms of keeping it simple for now, the first time I drove a car in Cleveland, Ohio with my dad, I hit a butterfly and I saved it in my scrapbook. And at the time, I didn't think of it other than, oh my God, I killed a butterfly driving. But the fact is, years later, I would come out west for a spiritual calling, and I would come to meet this beautiful matriarch, Susanna DeNette, who happens to have a name that encompasses my name. But anyway, so moving on, I started to head out to New York for the 10th anniversary of, or no, not 10th anniversary, 2006th anniversary of 9/11/01 to New York. And at that time, I had met an individual who was my significant other, and her name was and is Carrie Joy DeNette. And she's part Butterfly Clan. And there's a story behind these butterflies here encased in this glass case. Today, my daughter has the butterflies, and today my daughter has this Kachina butterfly carving, if you will, and that has significant story too. So anyways, in 2006, Carrie and I, we traveled from Flagstaff, Arizona, on to Ohio, and then to New York City to visit with my grandmother, and then on to Ground Zero for the 10th anniversary of 9/11. And that's because my grandmother from New York lived in New York City her whole life. Okay, her name was AMPARO Figueroa. She was my grandfather's wife, my father's mother, and this is a picture of her when she was younger. She lived at 97th and Park Avenue in New York, and she worked for one company her whole life, making designer purses for a purse design company, and I'll add that information later, okay? All right, so in the meantime, I'm going to flip the page, and here we have Carrie standing on the stoop of my grandma's place in New York City when we had arrived. She has her medicine bag on her as well, and that's very significant, and I'll tell you why later. Anyways, on my grandma's dresser was a picture of my father. And my father, out of all 5 of us kids, I was the only one to come out resembling my papa. And I have to tell you, it wreaked havoc on me my whole life, from my siblings to my mother, because when my mother was mad at my dad, she'd take it out on me. So, but I confronted her about that one day, humbly, and she apologized when she realized with her own real eyes, her own real lies of punishing me for looking like my dad. Anyways, this is Carrie and I traveling through the subway, trying to get down to Ground Zero and just trying to sightsee and stuff, because Carrie had never been to New York City, if you will. And what I want to say is, this is by my grandma's place around the corner from her house. So if you are in the area, then you know you're near near my grandmother in New York's place, okay, 97th and Park Avenue. This is Ground Zero, where we found some lovely artwork symbolic of 9/11. God bless the artist in the world. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have, we wouldn't have creative moments and stuff, and we wouldn't have, how do I say this? I'm going to do this. We wouldn't have peace flags happening, okay? So I'm humbly Anna Anders here at forglobalpeace.com, and this is a picture of Ground Zero. after the towers are gone, okay? 2006, we're traveling. Carrie had never had duck meal, so she wanted to eat some duck. And so we traveled across the river, the Hudson River, and went to a nice restaurant. And she had some duck, and that was her choice. But this is a picture of us downtown in Manhattan, and we saw this setup, and we thought, oh, how cool. So we took pictures. But what I want to talk about is when I went to New York with Carrie in 2006 here, I had said to her, honey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do first? And she said to me, she said, you know what? She said, take me to the Empire State Building. So I said, okay, it's done. So we headed our way over to the Empire State Building. And this is a picture of Carrie and I standing at the very top of the Empire State Building. And what I want to say, if you notice, see here her medicine bag? I'm going to point to it with my finger. She had her medicine bag on her, okay? And I'm going to tell you, she said prayers in all four directions on the top of the Empire State Building. And after she did that, I don't know how to describe it other than to say to you guys, it was like our trip caught on fire, spiritually speaking, because one thing after another started to happen, serendipitously speaking. So, for example, you see Carrie, she's standing outside the museum here in New York. I'm going to stop the video because it's the battery's getting short, but this is long enough and I'll have to resume later. This is part one of, it's going to be a long video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Anna Anders here at forglobalpeace.com. This is our 2006 9/11 visit to Ground Zero from 2006 pictures out of my photo album. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.